Hey there, I'm going to go over the syllabus in this video. You need to read it, but I will highlight the important things here. Just because I don't cover it in here does not mean you're not responsible for it, so make sure that you do go over it. There is a syllabus quiz that you will need to take by the end of the first week. If you do not take that quiz, I will be dropping you from the course because I need to know that you've looked at the syllabus, that you understand it, and the quiz goes over some of the important rules that you need to follow. So just to make sure you're in the right class, which obviously it's an online class, so you must be. This is Biology, Connections and Impacts, Biology 100. It's a 4 credit hour class. It includes both a lecture and a lab, so it's going to cover your lab science elective for your degree. Do understand this does have a lab to it, so you're going to see that it's going to be more work than a 3 hour class because you'll have the lab portion as well as the lecture portion. My name is Renee Lemon-Tagna. Anytime you're emailing me or ever talking to me, Renee is fine. I know my last name's not easy to say, so call me by my first name is okay. This is my VU email address. I will always try to get back to you, but if I don't within 48 hours, please do email me again. Sometimes I just get lost in all the emails. You can also find me on Facebook. And if you want to message me on Facebook, that's fine, but you're going to need to friend me. And you can unfriend me when the end of the semester when you're done messaging me. As some of you know, when you're on Facebook, if someone messages you that's not your friend, it can sometimes get lost and I may not see it. So those are the two ways you have of contacting me. I'm not giving you my office number, and that's primarily because I am not very good at responding to voicemails because I forget that I've listened to them. I tell myself I will get back to you as soon as I come back from a class, and then most of the time I will forget. So Facebook or this email address are the two best ways to get a hold of me. This is just the catalog description. Do notice here it's when you're on campus, it's 3 lecture hours and 2 laboratory hours, which means you'll be needing to spend some time with this class each week. It is a UCC course. These are not that important for you specifically, but it does go over the generalities of what we are going to cover. And it tells other schools if you transfer what we've gone over. This class should transfer no problem to a any state institution. If you go out of state, sometimes you may have to show them the syllabus. Okay, so what do you need for this course? You need this book. So here's the ISBN number. I think it's a cool picture. You do need this version. You cannot get an older one. The class has been redeveloped specifically for this version, so make sure that you are getting the correct one. You can buy it used. It does not matter. You can rent it. That's okay too. Here is the name. Here's the address of the VU bookstore if you're going to buy it from there, but feel free to look on Amazon or any other source to get it. All right, software. You're going to need to have access to the internet. You're going to have a computer. You're going to have Word on your computer. You can use the Open Office. You've got to have that basic technology. I had a student once who didn't have internet at home. It's just not going to work. There's no way you can keep up with the work. If you say you're going to go to the library, that's great, but know that you're going to be having to spend several hours at the library a week. You need to use Firefox or Chrome. You need to be able to read PDF files. You need to be able to watch videos. Many will come from YouTube, but some will not, so you need to make sure you do that. You also have to be able to listen to MP3s, which universally should not be a problem. There's lots of podcasts I'm going to have you listen to. You need to be able to, you can download those or listen to them directly off Blackboard. So make sure that you've got the technology that you need. You also will be able or have to be able to scan an item. Most printers nowadays come with a scanner. You'll need to either take a picture of certain pages or scan them and then insert them into a Word document. So you need to be able to insert pictures into Word documents after you've either taken a picture or scanned them. Now, I want to reiterate here and make this a good point. The pictures you take, they must be close enough and they must be big enough on the Word document that I can see them. I have to be able to see the detail in some of these. So if you think you need to take 2 pictures, one farther back, one closer up, do so. It also needs to be in focus. I have a lot of students who send me, just take a picture on your phone and you send it to me and it's blurry. So it needs to be in focus. One of my hobbies is photography, and one of my pet peeves is being in focus, but that's not why I want you to do it this way here. It has to be that way so I can see it. I have to be able to see, in many cases, the detail that you've done. So again, make sure it's a close-up enough picture that I can see everything, and then make sure that it's in focus and that it is big enough. Don't insert it into a Word document as a real small picture. Okay. Any lab equipment you're going to need, you are going to need some lab equipment. I've kept the cost down significantly by not having you get a lab kit, but there are things you are going to have to buy, and it is expected that you will have them. I'm saving you probably $200–300 by not having to buy a lab kit. The first thing you're going to need is a digital thermometer, and if you already have that, that's fine. If not, you're going to need to go out and get one within the first few days of class, because you're going to collect some data that we're going to use in Lab 2. So not having enough money for the lab equipment is not an excuse. I have a list on it. I'll show you. All right, there's another video on what you need for lab. Okay, so this is just the course grading policy. This is in general what things are going to be over. Attendance. Attendance is important, and you may think, well, this is an online course. Attendance is based on you doing the assignments. It's not just based on you getting online. I can see the last time you've been online, but if you are not handing in assignments, then I can drop you. So if you miss the equivalent of 2 weeks of class instruction and are not doing assignments, I will usually send you a warning, and then I will drop you. I'm also not going to give you an F in this class to help you avoid paying the university for the course. So those of you that have signed up for the course and don't plan on doing anything because you just want the financial aid, I'm going to drop you. Okay, that's for your sake and the people that are giving you the money's sake. So I've also had people try and complete assignments like every 3 weeks to show one assignment to show that they're still in the class. That is also not acceptable. I will drop you. I will give you a warning, but I will drop you. There's a policy now by the federal government, and that's why we're so strict on this, that if you stop coming to class, I will usually drop you before midterm. I will drop you before midterm, slightly after midterm, but after that, I will not. Now, what that means is you're going to get a WF, not an F. A WF signals to the federal government or whoever you're getting financial aid from that you did not complete the class, and that will affect your future financial aid. They're probably going to deprive you of some of that money. So again, if your intent is just to be in this class and not to do anything, that's going to be a problem. So you need to do everything up until the end of the semester, including the last few big assignments. If you flunk and you've done everything, then you've earned your F, which sounds strange. But if you just stop doing things, a WF is what you will get. And again, that sets off a little signal for the federal government to know that you did not finish a class. Okay, makeup policy. It is your responsibility to get a hold of me if you're not going to have an assignment in on time. I do not accept assignments late just because. So if you don't hand it in by the Sunday evening and then you do it on Tuesday, I'm not grading it unless I have a reason, documented reason why it was late. If you know something's going to happen and you know there's a reason, on Thursday you know there's going to be a problem with you getting it done by Sunday night, then contact me. Also, don't disappear in the course. I've had people do that. They there for 3 or 4 weeks, then poof, they're gone, and then 4 weeks later they come back or ask me, can I now make up the work from the last 3 weeks? The answer will be no. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to hold you to be responsible and accountable. There's a lot of grading I have to do in this class, which I don't mind doing, but I don't have the time to go back and grade 3 or 4 weeks of someone's assignments if they did not contact me or let me know what the issue was. So if something is happening that is hindering your ability to do the assignments, do not wait 4 or 5 weeks to tell me. If you do that, I'm not going to have a lot of sympathy for you. Okay, it is your responsibility, just like it will be responsibility on a regular class that meets in a classroom, that you would let the faculty know what the situation is. And yes, I know there are valid reasons for not handing things in. that's fine. What I'm asking is that you take the responsibility to contact me with that issue. Just like if you were at a job, hopefully you wouldn't just miss a few days and then come back. You would contact the people that you're working for. Okay, cheating and plagiarism, I take it very, very seriously. I expect you to do your own work. Um, I expect you to spend the time to do your own work. Many assignments will go through what's called Safe Assign, and Safe Assign will check, compare your paper to other papers that have been handed in by other students, as well as most websites. I've had a few students who just copy and paste, take another student's paper from a semester earlier, hand it in, and they get an F. And they probably, in most cases, I've given them an F in the class also. So make sure you're doing your own work. Now, on the smaller assignments, I still want you doing your own work. But again, the answers will be more common. Email address, I gave you that. I am committed to try to get in contact with you as soon as possible. If not, then please, please, please send me another email. Okay, send me another email. Here's the student behavior. You can just click on that to look at it. Netiquette. I expect you, we're going to be talking about some controversial issues, and there's going to be discussion boards going on between students in the class. If you disagree with somebody, that is fine, but how you disagree with them and the way you show that disagreement is important. You be nice, play nice. You document why you might disagree. You don't call anyone names. These are issues, some of the issues we're going to talk about, that do not have a right or wrong answer. And our goal is part of my goal is to teach you to know that there are more than one right answer, one solution to an issue, and to respect other people's beliefs, okay, and to respect other people's belief. Also, when you email me, please be respectful. I have students who, like, they find a mistake, and I've redone this whole class this last summer, so there may be a few mistakes in there. Don't send me capital letters saying how I made a mistake, blah, blah. Just nicely tell me what the issue is. I will look at it. If you're correct, I will make a change. I will admit my mistakes. I have no problem with that. But in the past, I've had students who just send me these vicious emails where my intent is never to hurt you or never to trick you. Okay, so if there's a confusion, then you just need to let me know. Okay, you need to let me know. Okay, disability service, if that's an issue, you can look through this. The schedule has a right to change. Here's your percentages. Here's your assignments. 98%, maybe 7% of assignments are due on a Sunday night at midnight. There's only 2 or 3 near the end that are not. You need to plan ahead. If you start working on the assignments at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night and you have to watch 1 or 2 videos that are an hour long each, there's no way you're going to get that work done. So you need to look ahead. I'm going to do a video on the schedule and how to use it, but that schedule is your Bible for this class. I'm going to ask on the syllabus quiz that you actually print it out and take a picture of yourself with it so you know the day that things are due. But I'm telling you, most are due Sunday night at midnight. If you start working again at 10 o'clock at night and then you have a question and you email to me, I can almost guarantee you there's a 90% chance I will not be online 10 o'clock on a Sunday night. So you need to make sure that you're looking ahead and that each week you look ahead so you have an idea how much time it's going to take, and you have an idea what needs to be done. So that is your responsibility. Okay, so here's the evaluations tests. I want you to notice here that tests are not worth the majority of the class. Your lab is worth more than tests. Your semester paper, well, obviously is half of it. And these weekly assignments. The goal of this class is for you to learn content, but to learn the content to understand the issues. So you're going to learn a lot about genetics and some other things about the qualities of water, but all of those are designed to help you be able to think about issues that we have with that science in these weekly assignments. So don't blow these off. Okay, these can hurt you if you're not doing them. So I'm not telling you the tests aren't important, but I just want you to look at, the numbers for each of these. The critical thinking paper, ethical thinking paper, that's going to be time consuming, as is this semester paper, but there's a lot of exercises to help you through that. Okay, so last on here is the course calendar or schedule. That is on a separate document. There's a separate video on that, so please watch that. That's, like I said, probably the most important thing you can print off at the beginning is to have that schedule with you. Okay, if you have any questions on this, please do contact me by email. And again, by the end of the first week, you'll have to do a syllabus quiz that makes sure that you understand the most important parts of the syllabus.